In paradise, even the darkest mysteries can hide beneath the brightest lights. The Ayia Napa case, golden beaches, neon lights, music echoing through crowded streets. Every summer, thousands of tourists flood into the party capital of Ayia Napa, in the island nation of Cyprus. But beneath the glow of nightlife and holiday freedom, one night would end in a crime. A crime that shocked both locals and visitors. A night that would turn paradise into a crime scene. In the summer of 2019, a 19-year-old British tourist arrived in Ayia Napa with friends. Like many young travelers, she had come to celebrate sun, music, and the energy of a town famous for its nightlife. But one night in a hotel room changed everything. The young woman reported to police that she had been raped by a group of men she met during the night. Authorities quickly arrested 12 young tourists from Israel who were staying nearby. The case exploded into international headlines. 12 suspects, a serious accusation, and a story that was about to become far more complicated. Inside police stations in Cyprus, the young men were questioned for hours. Investigators examined phone footage, witness statements, and forensic evidence. Several of the men were held in custody while the investigation unfolded. The story spread across news outlets in both countries. For many, the case seemed clear. A tourist claiming she had been assaulted by a group of men. But the investigation would soon take an unexpected turn. Days later, after prolonged questioning, police announced a dramatic development. The woman withdrew her accusation. Authorities claimed she had admitted the assault had not occurred. Instead, they alleged the accusation had been made out of anger after an encounter with one of the men. The police then released the 12 suspects. But the story was far from over. Instead of closing the case, authorities charged the young woman with public mischief, accusing her of making a false report. The decision sparked outrage. Human rights groups, activists, and legal experts began raising serious concerns about how the investigation had been handled. Critics questioned the interrogation process and whether the young woman had been pressured into changing her statement. Protests erupted outside the courthouse. Supporters held signs demanding justice. Was it a false accusation, or had a victim been silenced? The case became one of the most controversial legal battles in modern Cypriot history. In December 2019, a court in Cyprus delivered its verdict. The British woman was found guilty of making a false accusation and was given a suspended sentence. But the legal fight continued. Her lawyers appealed the ruling, arguing that the confession had been obtained under pressure and without proper legal representation. The case moved to a higher court. In 2022, the Supreme Court of Cyprus reached a stunning conclusion. The conviction was overturned. The court ruled that the original trial had been flawed and that the confession used against the woman should not have been accepted as evidence. After years of legal battles, the young woman was finally cleared. Yet many questions still linger. Today, the beaches of Ayia Napa remain full of music and laughter. Tourists still arrive seeking unforgettable nights. But the case left a lasting mark on the reputation of the town and on international discussions about justice, investigations, and how sensitive crimes are handled. Because sometimes the truth behind a headline is far more complicated than it first appears. And in the story of the Ayia Napa case, the full truth may never be fully understood. In paradise, even the darkest mysteries can hide beneath the brightest lights.